DNS, you need this password. Click next. Next thing is going to ask you that a delegation for this DNS server cannot be created because the parent zone is not created. Since we haven't added this server into an existing domain, we haven't created the zones that we're going to go ahead and create the zone after the installation of DNS is finished. So go ahead and click next. This NetBIOS domain name is gonna actually get it from your forest. You have an option to change it, but I wouldn't change it. I'm gonna keep it the same way. So click next. These are the locations of your Active Directory domain services database. So you have an option. I wouldn't keep it on C, but for this demo purposes I don't have any other drive but C, so you can change that. These things needed in order to restore the domain services, Active Directory domain services, just so that you know in your organization if that time comes. So click next. If you can, this is the summary. If you click on view script, this is the script behind the scene is going to run to do all that for us. You can copy this script, and if you need to create another one, another domain controller, and you wanted to use the PowerShell, then you can save this script and use this script to do all that. And you can change all this, you know, your domain NetBIOS name and your domain name and forest name, etc. So we're going to go ahead and click next. It's going to check the prereq before installing Active Directory domain services. So we'll let it check it. So all the prereq are completed successfully. A few warnings here. If you're doing a production installation and you're going to use this domain in your organization production domain, I wouldn't worry about much on Windows NT 4.0, but if you have a legacy system, that you need to worry about that. The next thing is that it's telling us that we don't have the lookup zones, so it's okay because we're going to create later on. Rest everything looks good. If you didn't have the static IP up here, that warning would appear here, that this machine has a network but not the static IP. So go ahead, and I'm gonna go ahead and click install. It's gonna take some time, so I will go ahead and pause the video. If there is any issue, I'll go ahead and share with you and the resolution to those issues. Alright, as you can see that operation completed successfully. We have installed successfully Active Directory domain, and it needs restart. So we're going to go ahead and close this, and it's going to restart the computer. It's not going to take long to restart since it's a virtual machine. In the beginning, actually, I forgot to do the step 3, which is create another user that can be the domain admin. Right now, once this restart is completed, we're going to go ahead and log in with administrator and create another user, and put that user in domain controller, and then I'll show you that we can use that user in order to log into this machine. Alright, as you can see that computer is restarted, so we're going to go ahead and log in as administrator. I'm going to go ahead and complete the step 3 right here, and then we're going to go ahead and complete these 2 steps, the post installation steps. So I'll click here, go to user, and if you see, this Active Directory is installed successfully, and it's giving us the menu that you can go ahead and create users in Active Directory. So if you look at here, this is the administrator users, and we have a group administrator that has all the users as well. So we're going to go ahead and complete the step 3. So we're going to click on new user, and we're going to call it Tech Brother DC admin. This is just demo purposes. Believe me, this is not a good name. I'm going to go ahead and click next. For this, we're not going to ask that change the password next time. So, and we don't want anybody to change the password for this account either. So we're going to go ahead and click both of these and click next. I'm sorry, let me put the password here. If you create this user in the beginning and put it in administrator, you don't have to put it in domain admin, because the administrator group is part of domain admin in this demo. So just so that you know, click next, finish. Alright, so if you look at here, this is the domain users. We need to find domain admins group, so we're gonna click on that and look at the members. If you can see it right here, the administrator is part of the domain admin. So click add, and we're gonna go ahead and do Tech Brother TB, maybe check on that, Tech Brother admin, and we're gonna go ahead and add it in domain admin. So this is how you add any user to be a domain admin. Just be careful about that, because in an organization you have to be really careful to have anybody be a domain admin, because they can make a lot of changes and it can bring your network down. So click OK. So we're good on that. So okay, let's go ahead and do the post installation steps. So we're going to click on tools, go in DNS, if you look at here in DNS, we have a forward lookup zone and we have a reverse lookup zone. So click on forward lookup zone. Right here is what's created. Actually, you can leave the forward lookup zone just like this, because it'll use as long as you do it as local. But if you add a machine, you always have to put .local into it, which I don't really mind for this demo purposes. But if you don't want this .local into it, you need to right click on forward lookup zone and create new zone and make it primary zone, and then to all DNS servers on domain can connect to this, and you can click next and give the domain name without .local, and then all they need to do is when they add a machine to this domain, they don't need to put .local into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this and not create this, but excuse me, but reverse zone we do need to create one new reverse zone. So we're gonna keep it primary reverse zone. So we're gonna keep the same way. Yes, we're gonna keep it IPv4 reverse lookup zone, because mostly organizations are not using IPv6. Sometimes this is mostly used, IPv4 reverse lookup zone. So go ahead, click next, and we're gonna go ahead and create 116.8.1. Here you have an option to make it as secure as you want to. So click next, finish. So this is our reverse lookup zone. Any entry that will be created in forward lookup zone will be created in reverse lookup zone. So anytime a person will try to find a host name of an IP, the queries will come to reverse lookup zone, and it'll give that person a host name. So alright, we have completed the installation of Active Directory domain services. I would put it in two parts, this installation. One is Active Directory, and the other is DNS, domain network services. So we have completed both in this video. I hope you like this video. Please stay tuned for the further videos from Tech Brothers.